Well, hello and welcome back to Greg's Game Room. Today I got some more magazines that I want to show you from a huge, stack here. These are just a few magazines that I have. I don't know which ones I'm going to pick. Let's just get into it. Okay, this is the November 1984 issue of Electronic Games magazine, and yeah, that's probably the worst cover that I've ever seen for a magazine. What the heck were they thinking on that? Oh boy. Microfun ad, Datasoft, we challenge you. Bruce Lee. You know, I really didn't know who Bruce Lee was back at the time. You know, I was too busy with video games and stuff, but apparently this Bruce Lee game was pretty popular back in the day. Home subliminal suggestion. Subliminal suggestion, the periodic flashing of messages seen only by the subconscious, has come home after being banned in movie theaters across the country. Did they really do that back then? Oh, I didn't know they actually did that. Pitfall Harry comes home. You could turn on your machine. You can program Pitfall Harry into it. I remember this. Oh yeah. I never had a Commodore 64, but I remember my friend had one, and I suggested that he, go ahead and contact Activision and get whatever this is. And he said he programmed it in, and it didn't work. So I don't know. He probably just did it wrong. Three Stooges, the video game. That was cool. Breakdancing made easy. They had a video game for breakdancing. That's too funny. Look at this, the 7800 keyboard. That's cool. They never came out with that. This is cool seeing these pictures here with people actually working with Atari 800 computers. Steve Kitchen programmed Space Shuttle. Do know who that guy is, being Don Bluth, designer and cartoonist for Dragon's Lair. Educational games. Here's the latest in learning fun. Okay, moving on. Touchdown Football, Guide to Electronic Football Games. 2600 Real Sports Football. There we go. Man, look how real sports that is. So realistic, I can't even stand it. Oh, wait a second. This is even more realistic. Super Action Football for the Colecovision. I spent more time looking at these ads than probably looking at the articles, especially at like Congo Bongo, because I really like that game. I just like the 3D look of it. Same with Zaxxon, but not quite as much. But Congo Bongo just had a lot more detailed imagery there. So computer gaming, Jungle Hunt, Pinball Wizard. A lot of these games I don't remember at all. I guess I'm just attracted to graphics. Here we go. Strategy session. I like looking at these. Is that really burger time for the Intellivision? I don't think it looks quite that good, actually. And then here's Popeye for the Atari 8-bit line. And Time Pilot for the ColecoVision. So how do you play these particular games? Well, that's what the strategy session's for. Here's the original Punch-Out machine. Now, I recently learned that the reason that Punch-Out has two monitors is because Nintendo had an excess of monitors and they were trying to get rid of them. So they thought, well, let's just throw another monitor in this game. I think they may have had to sell these cabinets for a little bit more than a regular one, though. Here we go. Arcade America. Welcome to Arnie's Place. Look at these pictures here. Arnie's Place. Looks like a school. And you got that arcade there. Check that out, man. Oh, man. Pool tables. I love that ceiling, that mirrored ceiling. That's totally 70s. Well, I mean, this is an 80s magazine, but this was probably built in the late 70s. Ooh, Return of the Jedi for the arcades. Oh, that's so cool. I remember playing this at Disney World a lot, strangely enough. Oh, this is a good article. Player's Guide to Programmable Video Game System, Atari 2600, Strength in Numbers. One of the pioneer programmable video game systems. Only Atari's 2600 remains in production. Well, oof. It's outlasted such competition as the Astrocade, Odyssey 2, Fairchild, Arcadia, and the Intellivision. Well, the ColecoVision was still coming out, I believe. And then here's some VCS games. Pigs in Space. It's like Chicken Invaders or something. Master of Modularity. So much stuff for the Atari 2600. Then over here you've got the ColecoVision. The outlook for ColecoVision. With many first-time electronic gamers being enticed by low-priced computers, the eventual future of the ColecoVision is linked to the Atom, its add-on computer. Well, yeah, that didn't do so well. Oh, here we go. The Super System bows out. The Atari 5200. This is what always confused me. I remember seeing an ad back in the day of somebody playing the 5200, and he was playing the trackball, and I thought that the trackball was the system. And this may have helped my confusion because right there it says that this is the Atari 5200 when it's actually not. It's just the trackball. Here we go. Oh man, I was in love with this page because now we're introducing the Atari 7800. Pole Position 2, Well, it's actually showing his pole position there. Joust, Desert Falcon. Can Atari do it? The 7800 was launched at a time when game manufacturers, designers, and some industry analysts who were predicting a wholesale swing towards computers and their more sophisticated disk-based software. Whew, that's a big sentence there. The first 7800 games, Atari premiered a host of arcade hits for its top-of-the-line video game, including souped-up versions of Joust, Centipede, Pole Position 2, Asteroids, Miss Pac-Man, Robotron, Food Fight, Desert Falcon. See, the problem with the 7800 is people already had these arcade conversions, either on the 2600 or on the 5200, and it's like, do I really need another version of Joust? And that's, I think, why the Nintendo became so popular, because they had totally different style of games. The only similarity between this edition of Gremlins and the 2600 cartridge is its movie-based title. This is a really fun game. Gizmo, you look familiar. Clean up your hair there, buddy. Also, here's the 2600 version of Gremlins with the same artwork here on it, reversed, and signed by Zach Galligan, who played Billy Peltzer in Gremlins. After such spectacular disasters as its game versions of E.T. and Raiders of the Lost Ark, one might think that Atari would shy away from licensing games from the silver screen. Oh, Robotron for the... Is that supposed to be the 7800 version? It says it's the 5200 version. In Smurf Rescue in Gargamel's Castle for the Colecovision, get as close as you can to Smurfette without touching her. Then wait for Smurf's energy to run out. Smurfette moves her lower arm and seems to punch him out. Bruce Lee, enter the joystick. This would be the game that I was looking at earlier from the ad. Here we go, the Atari 800 XL. I mean, you can kind of understand why I'm such a huge Atari fan with all these magazines that I had back in the day. Everything was Atari back then. Welcome to the Computer Clinic. I have been the owner of an Intellivision system since the unit was first produced and was greatly distressed to hear that Mattel was leaving the electronic gaming field. Will the group of investors who purchased the business produce new software for the system? No, it's done. Get over it. Oh, these were cool. These were some of these early handheld games. Spitball Sparky by Nintendo. Snow White. There was a Snow White game. That's a funny drawing with all the little game consoles there chasing around. And then we get on the back page with the coming attractions. Okay, now this would be my earliest electronic gaming monthly. This one's number 8. Winds of Change. I'm curious why you found it necessary to include the following in your magazine. No commies, please. Is this supposed to be humor or just a gratuitous insult? Double Dragon got 7, 9, 8, and... Oh, Double Dragon 2. 7, 9, 8, and 8. 720. Ooh, yeah, it did not do very well here. I played the Three Stooges game a lot. I remember that game. I love that game. Even though most people hate it, I don't know. it was just fun to play as the Stooges. I love this level here where you play as Curly eating the crackers out of the bowl, and that stupid clam would like try to take the crackers. Boy and His Blob is a classic, although look at the scores, didn't do very well. Road Blasters did pretty good. Golden Axe 8878. Yeah, that's just back when quality control was not a thing, because look, that doesn't look like Golden Axe to me. It looks more like Space Harrier. Golden Axe is over here, and it's called Space Harrier. They screwed up the picture. Hopefully they didn't screw up the scores too. I don't know. I don't think I would give Golden Axe for the Master System 8, 8, 7, and 8. That game was not very good. Now this is a brilliant game. Military Madness for the TurboGrafx 16. Brilliant game. I love that one. You have to use your brain occasionally when you're playing games. Truxton! Yes! Classic Game Room's favorite game. Mark Bustler, where are you? Here it is, Truxton for the Sega Genesis, and it only got 6, 7, 7, and 5. I guess I didn't like it that much. I thought this was cool. Revenge of Shinobi's fighting Godzilla here. Golden Axe for the Genesis got 7, 7, 8, 8. What did it get for the Master System again? This makes no sense. Okay, here's the score for the Genesis version of Golden Axe, 7, 7, 8, 7. And then for the Master System, it got 8, 8, 7, 8. They scored it better on the Master System than on the Genesis. What on earth were they smoking? Going Nintendo crazy. Oh, here we go. Game Gossip. A new game company without Nintendo's approval is just over the horizon. This rogue, although it looks like it's spelled Rouge, corporation will be producing NES-compatible carts at the discounted price of just $19.95. I believe that was that Color Dreams? But they mentioned this game, Ultra Bloody Chiller game. Who made Chiller? I forget who made that one for the NES. But $20? Yeah, I don't think Chiller would have been on the top of Nintendo's list. Okay, now we're into this little magazine within a magazine called Portable Gaming Magazine, the premiere issue. Ooh, Castlevania the Adventure. Oh, I love this. The Amazing Wide Boy with NES pad attached. I guess that's so you could play Game Boy games on a TV through a, I don't know, what, is that some kind of Famicom? I don't recognize that system. According to this, that's a Famicom, and it's attached to the top of the Famicom there, that Wide Boy. Strange. Now you can play Game Boy games on TV and in color. You can play them in color. Holy cow. And you didn't even need a Super Game Boy. I don't think the Super Nintendo was out by this time. Castlevania the Adventure, like a whole walkthrough for that game. Battleship, Monster Truck Selection. That doesn't sound like an interesting game. Gradius. Generic boxing game. Wonder if they were planning to do a Mike Tyson's game. Ghosts and Goblins? Oh, this is that Gargoyles Quest game. This is kind of before they decided on what it was going to be called. There's a good game for the Game Boy Advance called Popeye Rush for Spinach, which is really good. Ah, here we go. Link's previews. Even the Atari got a little bit of a section here in this magazine. That's cool. Link's game previews. Of course, you can tell which games I was most interested in because you can see the smudged the smudged text there. Rampage Deluxe. They were calling it Rampage Deluxe back then. Gates of Zendikon, Electra Cop, and Blue Lightning, which I think is a showpiece for that system. Gauntlet 3. Lynx duplicates the multiplayer fun and excitement of Gauntlet on the small screen in this adaptation of the arcade masterpiece. TurboGrafx versus Genesis. That would be, well, I guess that's definitely before the SNES came out. This is what you needed to know. Oh, look at that. Look at what Greg did when he was a kid. You got the processor here for the TurboGrafx, which is the 6502 and the Genesis, and then look what I did. I put Lynx over here on the side. 65C02 for the Lynx. Resolution 256 by 216, 320 by 224, and 160 by 102. Colors 512. Oh, but the Lynx has 4,096 colors. Maximum sprite 64, 80, and over 700 for the Lynx. Yeah, I was a Lynx fan. Some scary wolf picture. Now play with our dream pack. Okay, Super Graphics. Mad Max, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Chase HQ. Oh, this is a good game. US Championship V-Ball. Really good game for the NES. Taking it to the hoop. Ikari Warriors 3, terrible game. It Came from the Desert by Cinemaware. Curse. I don't remember this game. Did it get changed into something else? Maybe Thunder Force 3 or something? I don't recognize it. Here's some more tips and tricks and cheat codes and everything in the back. Military Madness codes. Do we have any Lynx codes in here? R-Type. Double the action, double the fun with Double Dragon 2. Rolling Thunder. Oh, yeah. Rolling Thunder, that's such a good game. Love that game. It's hard as nails, though. I can't get very far in it. Oh, and then I was jealous by looking at these screenshots for the TurboGrafx 16. Sidearms and JJ and Jeff. Military Madness. Oh, man. Love this. Such a fun game. Truxton! Destroy the alien Truxton worlds! This creeped me out. I always thought this was scary. Like the Mega Bomb here that looks like a skull. Why would you have a bomb that looks like a skull on the screen? That makes no sense. That just kind of creeped me out. I think that may have scared me off from playing this game. Now here's a cool idea. Headphones that you can hook into your controller. Somebody really ought to do that, I think. That's a really good idea. I think somebody should do that. Alright, well that's going to do it for this episode of Magazine Memories. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, a share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. The Power Glove is back.